Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is National Sports Lawyer here. Welcome back to a brand new video. As today I'm going to do my 2022 NRL Telstra Premiership Round 1 review and also my NRLW Round 3 review for the game that just happened here. As I'm going to close the door there for a bit. There, sorry about that. As yeah, we're gonna get rip into it, no hesitation, and fucking get this thing up. Okay, let's get into it. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, so obviously we got the play-by-play here as we are go ahead here. So obviously it started off with a pretty sloppy it started off with a pretty good start from both sides as Titans Tasman Grey got a kick bomb there in the second minute. Karana Brown got an error there, but obviously Tiana Petatani get a line break there to give it a try to make Studden in the third minute. There, it's a pretty good try there on the right, the on the sorry on the left hand side there, and May starting again the first try there for the Eels, as it was misconverted there from herself. Tampa Tony loses the ball, and then AJ Marcel loses the ball as well. While trying again, trying to break away there. But obviously that isn't the case there. So the hooker, the captain of the Titans came off for Georgia Hale coming out. And then out of nowhere, Abby Church, from a good pass there from who was it? Who was playing centre for the Eels? Who was it? Oh, it was Joseph Daniels that was given to Abby Church there on number 5. Bursting away through there. And Abby Church scores absolutely fantastic try there. Pretty good try there for Abby Church there. Make it 8-0. And then May Studden misses it. Pretty embarrassing once again. Her goal kicking so far has been shit. And then Betty Walsh on the right hand side makes a line break there again against a good running me's there. But obviously Josh Daniel was on the left side. Loses the ball. Okay. Tasman Grey gets a penalty there for a dangerous tackle on report. Tasman Grey, and then Tasman Grey gets Simbin there for putting a high shot there on who was it? I think it was on. I think it might have been on Nessie. I'm not sure it was. I think it might have been on Malangi. She may have hit high on, and then Jermaine and Wright knocks on the ball. Tiana Russell Smith knocks on the ball there. It was a bit back and forth here from Betty Walsh trying to get a breakaway through there, but drops the ball there, and then obviously Stephion Hancock on the right side scores a try there for the Titans. Too strong for Samantha Fuller, and not sure who else was tackling her, and she makes it 4 points to 8 as I think she gets off there. The Kamara Brayali Nati converts to make it 8.6. Kamara Bray Nati puts in the bomb, but it's penalty for Karana Brown for being offside. Shireen Malangi knocks in the ball. And then Karana Brown makes a line break, but she gives off to Haley J. Marcel. And pretty embarrassing with a gap there for Lane Marcel scoring a try there for the Titans, make it 10 points to 8. Now Kamara the Nati misses the conversion, and then Simbin return Tasman Grey. Jessica Ellison drops the ball, and then the Eels are trying to get the possession here, and then obviously it was a no try there for the Eels being held up there. And it was Brittany Brene Nati knocks on the ball there, the captain himself. And then Jessica Ellison gets a penalty dangerous tackle. And then May Studden takes a penalty shot, make it 10-0 in front. And then Samantha Tafua Taufa, Samana Taufa knocks on the ball there. And then it's Titans try to get inside the 10 there. But lucky enough, we've been pressuring himself over the inside the own 50, and then Joe Marcel have another opportunity there from Eli, so from Ivana Paletti, from a good kind of ball there to Mansell. She knocks on the ball there, and then Georgia Hale, getting a penalty right there, inside the 10 there, and then it's been penalty for Samantha Farr from a slow peel. Basically, she held on for too long, and then Destiny Brill, our our second half, goes to the left side and being too strong there for the Eels defense, exposing a little bit of the mid edge there on the left, and she makes it 14 points to 10. Oh yeah, I forgot halftime was 10-all, and it was 14 to 10 for Destiny Brill there. Lucky Kimura, Brian Natty misses, and then the keeper giving the ball to Marcel. Then she knocks on the ball, May Studden knocks the ball as well. Then Marcel knocks on the ball once again. She's been having a lot of sloppy play there, and then the Eels finds a good pressure there with I think it was off from May Studden putting the rubber there and tackling Tiana Rashford Smith in an in-goal area for a line dropout for them. And then Emily Certain gets a try, the first try in the NRLW debut to make it 14-all, and May Studden misses it once again embarrassingly. And then Joshua Daniels strips the ball there. And then there's a few players coming. Stephanie Hancock comes on to replace Jessica Ellison. And then Karana Brown knocks in the ball here, and then Betty Welsh, obviously a very fast play for us, been pretty good. Round 1, round 2, she was a bit quiet, but like enough, she made a line break there. You cannot let it play like her. The former Dragon and Kiwi goes over to score with no one with I think it was side 10 or maybe it was no one in front of her to make it 18 points to 4 on the right side there for the Eels to make it 8 points to 4. And then May Starden finally. Sorry, no, it wasn't. Oh no, I think no, actually no, sorry, it was on the left side. Betty Bartelli, Betty Welsh, I believe. Then May Starden converts to make it 20 points to 14 on the left side, and then Destiny Brill was coming on for Georgia Hale, Zara Canfield coming on for Shannon Power, and it was basically on and on Christian Piol, and then it was back and forth. Times we're running out of time with so many sloppy errors from them. It's completely so well fine. A few of the forwards getting into them in the middle there, and then Christian Piol gets a good pass there from May Starden after Destiny Brill getting a bit of a undisciplined play there when she got knocked on the board there off from a credible tackle there from Malungi, and then Malungi pressures her to knock on the ball. It's a Eels ball there. They give it off to the right there to who was it? They give it off to the right to Joshua Daniels, and then they go to Navadi, and then Navadi going trying to go burst through there on the right side, and then Navadi steps in inside, gives it off to Betty Welsh, and trying to go to the left side there, being tackled there, and then go off to the left to May Studden, and then May Studden tries to look for inside play. I think it was no, she tried to go for the inside pass there to Christian Piol, the prop. Sorry, no, second rower for us for the Eels. Then Christian Piol, it was pretty good. It was pretty decent for us in round 1 against the Knights. Scores from the inside there to wrap up the game to make it 24 points to 14. And obviously, times they really had to make some decisions here. Grace Griffin making a bomb there, but it was a dangerous tackle there from sure. Malungi, and then Van Paletti had a chance there to score on the left side, but then she was dragged out there onto touch, and then that was basically game over there with only 2 minutes remaining, and it's full time. The Eels are 24 points to 14. very good win over the Titans. A very good defensive effort there. Hang on with the Titans there. It was a bit quiet, sloppy from us. Continue those type of points against the Titans on the left on the right edge there. But obviously, Vetty Welsh is pretty good, decent play. From May starting absolutely incredible. So my top five. Best players on the field from this play. I'm going to give number one to May Studden. Number two, I'm going to give it to let's go with let's go with I'm going to go with Shirley Malungi. I think she should do her best to actually no, I'm gonna go. No, I'm just gonna go with Betsy Welsh to do it. She did a couple of good line breaks there, and with our line breaks, we had those pretty good field position there. Without her, I'm gonna go with number three. Sure, Malungi. I think she's pretty good off from the hooker. Number four, I'm going to give it to Samara Tafar. She was very aggressive once again, especially yeah, especially the tackles, yeah, and the running as well. Very aggressive as well. Number five, I will give it to I'll give it to Elise Johnson. I think she's pretty good with her runs as well. Very good run means of her, and she's tried best as well. And yeah, in my top five of the Goggles Tines, I think that did the best. I think I'm going to go with number one. I'm going to go with. Ooh, I'm going to go with number one. I think Destiny Brill was possibly the best player out there. I'll give number two off to Kamara Barry Nazi. I think she's pretty good at halfback. Number three, I'll give it to I'll give it to Grace Griffin. I think she wasn't that bad, but yeah. Actually, no. I'll give it to Stephanie Hancock. I think she was pretty good, but you know you can't really rate her. But I reckon she tried her best. I'll give it to number four, Grace Griffin. Actually, no, Grace. I just sure I'll put Grace Griffin number three and Stephanie Hancock number four. Number five will be. I wonder who's going number five for the Titans for me. I'll give it to Ivana Paletti. I think she had a couple of good chances there. And yeah, not yeah. The wingers there. You know, Michelle had a pretty soft try there for her, to be honest. But it was all good try. But you know, the edges there, it didn't execute right. It was similar of how Newcastle were doing it against us, and yeah, it seems like it seems like whenever Parramatta play against someone, it seems like the opponent edges somehow just flip the game always. Yeah, it's just a thing for us. But yeah, no, pretty good win, a very convincing win, and yeah, let's move on to the next game that was not convincing at all. Matter of fact, it was pretty shit. Just before going to the next game, I'm gonna go say hello to the chat here, as I haven't not been saying hello to the chat here. I'm not sure if there's gonna be any people in the live chat as the Bulldogs and Cowboys game is live right now. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So, let's see. So there's no people in the live chat at the moment, which is okay. But in case if I in case if you are tuning in right now, please if you are bringing to this channel, please go like and subscribe for more low content in the near future, and it will not grow one single bit. And let's go through to this absolute high scoring game here in round one, the first ever kickoff here between these two teams. Play a comeback stand, of course, after the women's match, and let's go through it quickly. So obviously, start off with a very fantastic set here from Parramatta. So obviously, who got the ball first? I think it was off from Tino fast from early. They were having a dead set there, so Toby Sexton was kicking off from a kick there, and then obviously Gutherson gets the first touch there. In 2022, Gutherson giving a good set there for the Eels. And then obviously Mitchell Moses putting a good kick there. Then Titans once again they got the same position there as from the set there, and then obviously the Eels out of nowhere they'll gain some good running means there on the left side there, and then they were taking them on the left edge. They were drawing past there, and all of a sudden they were inside the 10. There, along with Junior Paulo, Ryan Madison, Sean Lane, right there, and it was also Zay Pabali getting the good run meters for them, along with some great plays there from Marnie, helping them to at least get them inside the 10. And yeah, it was a pretty good pass there off from who was the pass to Gutherson again? I think yeah. So yeah, I think it was Marnie who passed it off to Gutherson. I believe so. No, it was Dylan Brown who passed it off to Gutherson, and then Gutherson puts on the Kyle long pass to Sean Russell, and Sean Russell, out of all the players, scores the first ever try of this match, and yeah, so he makes it 4-0. Mitch Moses misses the conversion, and off from the kickoff, Ryan Madison makes an error, but obviously Jane Campbell getting a lot of pressure there, makes an error as well. And a tie, and the Eels once again they were scored. They actually getting off a good kick there from Mitchell Moses, I believe it was, and Mitchell Moses kicking off, being deflected off from the goalpost, and Tina Fa'asuamaleaui actually was arguing with the referee that the goal kicking pads were actually much more bigger. Like, Tino, are you for real, man? Like, the fucking kicking pads are the same size as what they use in junior footy. Are you serious? Come on, man. This guy Tino doesn't even see what we're doing in New South Wales, man. Fucking biased Queenslander. Anyways, so it deflects off the goalpost kicking pads, and then it goes off with Dino Brown there, and then Darren Brown draws a pass there, a long pass to Sean Russell to make it his second back-to-back, just like he did against the Bulldogs on his NRL debut against the Cameron Banks and Bulldogs last year. He has made 2 tries on his debut, a double, and he's done once again back-to-back to score 2 tries on his debut. Sorry, not on his debut, and now he's doing it on his second match. And man, oh man, absolutely incredible here from Sean Russell. And then Mitchell Moses converts to make it 10-0. Junior Paulo knocks on the board there, and then obviously it was a very good long pass there from Toby Sexton when the Titans there they were trying to get over the 50 now. It was a good long pass there from Toby Sexton from I remember, and it was a good long pass there to Philip Sammy to make it simple open space there. Bailey Simonson couldn't get him there, so it was a little bit of a poor read there from Bailey Simonson on the defense there. So it was a poor start defense there from Bailey Simonson, and then Philip Sammy makes it 10-4, the overrated winger, and then Toby Sexton converts to make it 10.6. Warner Blake drops the ball there, number 14. 14 minutes in, and then Will Smith trying to loose inside of his own half, makes an error, and then Sean Lane, the Lane train, gets a line break on the second edge there to make it 14.6. Just knocks it under there, and it's off from a very good flat pass there, in my opinion, off to Sean Lane. And some people say he may go forward, he may have not got it down, but in my opinion, I think it's a very good flat pass there from Mitchell Moses off to Sean Lane, just knock it down onto the chalk to make it 14.6. Mitchell Moses misses it though, which he on the wrong spot, which is unlucky. And then Marnie in the 20th minute kicks an absolute fantastic 40-20 kick there, and that gives a lot of good field position until Sean Lane, the try scorer himself, ruins it. It was similar area of how he done that area on how he done that era against St. George Illawarra Dragons in the first trial match. Was up Ravo, and then Will Penasini getting penalty there, a rug fragment, and then it's a set restart for the Gold Coast Titans, 6 again, and then obviously to give off to Brian Kelly there, an absolute poor read there, with pass from Toby Sexton off to Corey Thompson to a simple pass there to Brian Kelly with very numbers out there with Philip Sammy along there with wide over space with Paul Reed from Bailey Thompson, and Bailey Thompson's defense is looking pretty ugly with Paul Reed in much worse than what Ferguson and Sivo have had done last season. Absolute shithouse. Um, and yeah, and then they make it 14 points to 10, and it's like, oh well, it's too. Well, it's, sure we can fix it up. Along with there, obviously, makes it top six and makes it 12 points to 14. Augie Kavusi comes out to replace Junior Paulo, and then Patrick Herbert gets a penalty. Makahisi Makatoa comes up for Reed Kevin Gillard. I thought Makahisi Makatoa wasn't bad. He was a little bit quiet. And then all of a sudden, the guy himself, Wanda Blake, coming off from a very good set play there from Marnie off to Moses, I believe, and then off to Wanda Blake, and then Wanda Blake makes a line break to make it 18 points to 12. His first ever try of the NRL season. The guy himself makes it 18 points to 12, and then Mitch Moses makes it 20 points to 12, and it looks pretty convincing here. And Sean Russell, making a good line break there on the left side there, and he beats Jay Campbell there to make him an absolute hat trick, right there in the first half. And Mitch Moses converts to make it 26 points to 12, and it changed there. HIA for Philip Sammy to come off, and then Kevin Proctor comes on right there. Interchange. Jake Arthur now replaces Sean Russell on the wing. I believe since after Jake Campbell was taking out Sean Russell on his lower left rib there, when he was outpacing him. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. So after that, Sean Ross got to take it to hospital, and I thought, fucking hell, man, he's gonna play wing for us right now. And I'm not sure who was actually playing wing for us. I think it was Jake Arthur. I don't know who was playing wing for us. Over there, I wasn't really paying attention as I left. What was live streaming that game? I had to left and do some important things. But during the game, it was an error from Clint Gutherson. Aaron Clark gets a try from getting overpowered there. For his strength, stepping outside and inside the middle there on the right side there to make it 16 points 26. Toby Sexton converts to make it 18 points 26. David Feeder makes a line break, and then from the left side, he passes off to Brian Kelly. A simple draw the pass there to Brian Kelly to make it 26 to 22. Toby Sexton misses it, and it is halftime. 26 points 22, and then 1 minute in the game. 1 minute in the fucking game. Will Smith makes a fucking bomb, and Philip Sammy catches it in the in goal to make it 26 all. And the Toby Sexton converts to make it 26-28. And then the Titans kept it going to 10 here. And they kept putting the bomb. Jake up putting the bomb, and then Augie Fusi a slow pill there. Will Smith getting a knock on. Yeah, pretty good tackle there off from who was it? I'm not sure. Not sure who pressed Will Smith onto there. But it was a very good pressure there on Will Smith. But Aaron Clark gets a penalty there. Brian Kelly gets a penalty. One of Blake obviously trying to get that trying to get that pass, trying to get that thing away. Was an error there, and then we had a chance. Actually, in the first half, I believe, with one of Blake. I think it was the second half. I believe it was. Let me check. It might have been the second. Actually, no. I think it was the first half. One of Blake had a chance to score. In this first half, and obviously, it was it was a knock on there. It was a bounce there for one of Blake to get him a second there on the wing. Sorry, on the center there, on the edge there on the left. In the first half, in the second half, I believe, and yeah, it was it was this point that it didn't get it, and then Click Upson was trying for like a long pass there onto one of Blake right there, and yeah, what? I'm gonna go out.
Well, you're gonna just do this because you're annoying. If you want to do that, you can do that.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't feel like it, to be honest. All right. Anyways, sorry about that. All right, so okay, so one of Blake drops the ball. Click us trying to put a pass out to one of Blake, passes off forward. Sam Lismo, his Patrick Herbert make a line break. He made a few grubby moves there on fucking one of Blake there, and then one of Blake pulls up the penalty, there with with Patrick Herbert making a knock on, making excuses because he's a choke. This faggot looking ass cunt. And then the Eels get inside the 10 here. And then it was sunsets for 57 minutes, and then obviously it was going back and forth as they're probably knocking the ball. Ball good knock on the ball, and it was after line dropout. Jay Campbell, getting this and that, and then it was a line in the ruck there from Isaac Liu there, and then lucky enough, Mitchell Moses converts to make it 28 all, and then it was a bomb kick from there, and then Tina Fasimiawi makes a pre brutal makes a effort makes a penalty there, which is pretty much obstruction with knocking out Mitch Moses there without having the ball off from the bomb there from Jake Arthur, and then since Tino made an obstruction there on Mitch Moses himself kicks the goal to make it 30 points to 28, and there was a few minutes on the clock. The Eels had to hold them out there, and then obviously it was shot. Then Patrick Herbert had another line dropout. I thought the Eels were gonna score. Yeah, there was a penalty, and then obviously Mitch Moses had to make it 32-28, and then Patrick Herbert right there the cunt himself was obviously obstruction there right here. It was like escorts and that. So it was in my bad. So it was an obstruction here from Patrick Herbert. Uh, off to yeah, it was off to someone I believe, and yeah, I think I'm pretty sure the obstruction was off of Tino. Anyways, Moses making 32-28. Short kicker from Tynes, but Philly Sammy knocks it on board. Isaac probably gets a line break there. I thought he was going to score there. He gives it off to of the centre there. Yeah.
You don't want to watch that movie?
Hang on for a second. I'm trying to do something.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm doing something. Can you please go? Sorry. Um, and then and then obviously um the Eels win really shit. And then the Eels, my God, absolutely just embarrassing with Bay Simon's defense. Our edges were absolutely pathetic, and I'm so worried that I don't know how we're going to play with Sean Russell. A lot of people still got us as Premiership favourites though, but I don't know how we're going to do with our winger there without Sean Russell. But I don't know how we're going to do it, man. Um, I'm not sure who's going to replace Sean Russell. It could be. I think we have no choice but to put one of Blake there, since I did predict him in my 2022 Premier Eels lineup to play wing there. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see, man. And it was one of the most shittiest ever wins I ever seen, not in Premier history, but in rugby league history as well. And let's see my top five best players. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be biased here. My top five best players here. I'm going to go with number one. I'm going to go with the best player here. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Mitchell Moses. I thought it was pretty good for us at halfback. I'm going to go with number two. I'm going to give it to Brian Kelly. I think it was pretty fantastic there on the centers there. I'm going to give it number three, Philip Samian. He was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give number four to. I'm going to give it to to David Fee. I think it's pretty good there over there. Number five, I will give it to. Let's go with gonna give number five. I hate to say this. I'll give number five to possibly Reminder. I think Reminder was our best. Supposed to be our fifth second best player in there. But yeah, it was alright. It was alright game in there. Actually, no. You know what? Okay. Well, let's. Okay, I'll go back to my top five best play for Eels. My bad. Okay, so my top five best plays for the Eels. Number one, Moses. Number two, Marnie. Number three, I'll go with. Let's go with. Uh, fucking. Let's go with Sean Russell. I think it was absolutely fantastic. Uh, Number four, I will give it to. Mm, I'll give it to possibly. Oh, fucking, I don't know, man. There's been any players that even put any good impact in the second half. I'll give it to Rick Gillard. I think he's tried his best there with Ramirez. I think he's tried his best with Campbell Gillard. I'll give it number four for him. Number five, I'll give it to. Oh man, I'll give it to. Let's go with. Man, I can't pick any other fifth best players. Man, it's so hard. Let's go with. You know what? This this may be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say one of Blake is for probably fifth best player. I think it wasn't that bad in there. One of Blake, he tried his best there to at least go try, and yeah, I said one of Blake was a fifth best player. And quickly, just to before I end the stream, I'm going to the top five best players of the Titans. So number one best player was I will say. I'm going to say Brian Kelly. I think was absolutely fantastic there. Number two will be Philip Sammy. Number three will be let's go with Patrick Herbert. I think it was pretty good. They even though made a penalty there. Number four will be Toby Sexton. I think it was pretty good. Number five will be David Feeder. And yeah, that is my review for the Eels vs Titans, NRL and NRLW. So it went on for a bit long as what I thought, going on for about like 32 minutes. So yeah, apologies if we're going for half an hour, but I had to get through some both games, even though some people may be watching the Cowboys versus Dogs game right now. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And yeah, it's been Nash Sports Loaded. Take care and peace.